Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, nigga.
That's a great fucking open. That's a wonderful open.
Hold on, I gotta warm up still. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, nigga.
Get it all out of your system. Get it all out of your system. We got the real island boys here.
Galaman boy.
Hey,
Gala-
man.
We're rude boy.
You were the first person I thought of when I saw those two like trap house looking white dudes, and I'm thinking,
Oh
like,
my
what does
God.
Jon McMillan think about this atrocity?
Do not do that to me.
I've only heard it through Chris D'Elia's podcast, and he was talking about it. And I'm going, this is something that's on the internet now.
Yeah.
And I have so many fucking questions without like digging into it myself. Like the face tattoos, the fucking like this crazy like grill shit. Like what the fuck is going on?
I don't have any questions except for where can I fight a firearm and how can I put it in my mouth?
Like these guys claim to be island boys or whatever. Like, and they're so and they like what the fuck is
Oh really?
is
I don't
it-
know the backstory behind that.
I mean,
Are they like Puerto Rican or something?
they're either faking it or they're just like these rich white kids that live in like the Bahamas or some fucking crazy shit. Like because their some of their videos have like a background where it's like the beautiful looking pool with like murals and shit. I'm like, oh, these guys have money.
Yeah.
Or they're living with someone.
Or they're TikTok niggas, bro.
TikTok pays.
No, I met a dude when I went to Denver last week. I met a dude like from like fucking Pennsylvania, and like this nigga was dressed up in all this crazy shit.
Oh, God.
This fucking black dude, fucking white wife. I was like,
Right on.
yeah.
What was he like? TikTok famous or some shit? Like,
Well, yeah, he was like, bro, he's like, dog, I don't even work, bro. He's like, TikTok pays my bills.
my
He's
God.
like, bro, my Cash App is jumping from TikTok.
I went to high school with Chef Boy Bones. Does that ring a bell? He's this guy that
Absolutely not, and I feel blessed that it doesn't.
he has the ability to pop his fucking eyeballs out of his head, and he's trying to do like the music thing because he got some numbers on America's Got Talent, and TikTok pays his bills.
Oh, so he's a carny.
Yeah, he's basically a carny. He hangs out with he does like these crazy fucking like because my niece has showed me these videos of him like hanging out with like other circus freaks like. There was the dude that got arrested with like the wide ass fucking neck.
Oh, I remember
And his
Wide
mug-
Neck.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
shit.
mugshot came out, so like he does videos with him, and there's like a really like frail, skinny white kid.
Oh,
who's,
yes,
like,
yes.
You know what I'm
Yes,
talking about?
yes.
Yeah, so he hangs out with like there's like this whole like circus freak
What?
crew. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I
It's
went
like
to
every
high school
time you
with him.
see those guys in a group photo, you just hear the bom bom bom.
There's at the Curb Your Enthusiasm team. See, this is why I need a soundboard, John. I need those little things where it's done just enough time where YouTube doesn't give me a strike or whatever the fuck.
God damn, dude.
And you said you mentioned Denver because you were just there. How the fuck was it, dude? Tell me about your Denver trip.
It was fun.
Did a bunch of shows.
Fuck. Okay, here's what happened, right? And it always pains me to even say that this happened but I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm gonna tell the truth, right? So like we got booked for like 4 shows out there.
Dope.
The day we land, like 3 of those shows get canceled, and we only had 1 show, and we were like there for a whole week, right? But we did our 1 show, and it led to more shows because like the comics out there were like, oh, you guys are funny. We're going to put you on this. We're going to put you on that.
That's good.
So it ended up working it out. But like what pissed me off, though, is like the thing of like, damn, that would have happened probably anyway if we still would have had the 4 shows. So those 4 shows probably would have like been 8 shows.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, what was the reason for those other 3 shows getting canceled?
just COVID shit, bro.
Oh,
just
really?
fucking.
Oh my god.
They were like, there are rising cases. I'm like, bro, if
Get
I hear
over it.
rising cases like one more time, like in like about to be 2022, like really, is there really rising cases? I don't even know if I believe the
I
shit.
mean, if you just take the proper precautions, like be vigilant, like I get that, but don't be fucking scared to the point where your business is losing money, dude. Like if it was low ticket sales, like I would be more understanding of that.
Yeah.
If it was like going to be a low turnout, like there's clubs that go like, oh, if we sell less than 20 tickets, then we're not
yeah,
gonna
that's
fucking-"
that's normal.
And that sucks for the 19 people that bought tickets, which is like,
do they not get a refund generally?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the place.
They have to get a refund
There's
because
people
more
that
people would bitch.
Oh, I would hate to go like pay to a show that like a friend is in or something, and then not have the show happen,
and then not get your money back.
Right, that would suck. So there's got to be some kind of like, I mean, these businesses are afloat for a reason, because they fucking avoid rookie shit like that. But I mean, over COVID stuff, like, you're just losing money, like.
But the thing about it, so like, all right, comedically, Denver was fucking amazing. Like honestly, like I was telling like a friend of mine, I'm like, that experience was good for like my confidence as a comedian because honestly, bro, like here in OKC, man, like my confidence lately has been getting shot, just because it's been like, bro, like, am I one of these people who I think I'm like funny, but I'm really not? You know what I mean?
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah, like, but it's like on a different level because I mean, we see people like that all the time, like where it's like, oh, they think they're killers, and you just look at them and you're like, bro, like, you're bombing every open mic for months at a time. I haven't seen you do one solid set in like 4 months, nigga, and you keep talking about how ill you are. You know what I mean?
That's the problem with doing open mics in the same places, in that if it's bombing consistently, like change it or drop the joke or like maybe try, because it's hard to gauge when a room is almost empty and it's just other comics waiting their turn.
Yeah.
Like I don't like if a joke that I use that I'm working on or something bombs, like I don't quite quit on it just yet. I'm like, okay, let's see how this one works.
It depends on how passionate I've felt about writing it. Because do you do this sometimes where sometimes you just have a joke that you really don't care about at all, but you're like, I'm just gonna say it on stage because it's a mic. Like,
yeah,
fuck
because
it.
it's like, let's just see what happens. Yeah, and the opposite has gone where I would plan like something new in my head, and it didn't happen. I didn't get to it.
Yeah.
Either I didn't have enough time to do it or execute it or opening with something new is like, that's always risky for me because it's like, oh, I'm going to rely off of something that's brand fucking new to open with. And like there's like several comics that will open with something new and just nothing.
Yeah.
And then
but that's part of the game, especially in fucking open mics, bro. Like it's an open mic. Like this is not, there is no stakes here.
There's no stakes, and I love it when people like feel like I've seen people like walk off stage and they feel like shit, and like this has happened to me plenty of times too, where it's just like, oh man, this is really humbling, and now I'm gonna like doubt myself and not think I'm good.
Well, the reason why like I've been like my confidence I feel like had been low until the Denver trip is because it's like I think about like all of 2021, right? And I'm like, man, like I've done like a lot of shows this year. Like I would probably say I've probably done like 60 shows this year, right?
That's good.
And majority of those shows were out of state.
That's fucking good. That is so fucking good, dude.
It's like bittersweet, right? It's good on one hand, but on the other hand, I just don't understand like I'd be like, why am I not getting booked like in my own city? Like it's like I'm literally improving as a comic. Like, I don't think, like, anybody could take away the fact that, like, hate me or love me as a person, you can't ignore, like, what I'm doing as a comic in Oklahoma City. Whatever, small market, small city. It's like, you can't ignore me. So I don't like, I used to be like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like,
they see that you're moving.
Exactly.
They know what you're about.
It's like, and then not only that, it's like, you see the sets that I'm doing. I have a solid like fucking 15-minute tape
15,
where it's like I have like honestly I have almost a half hour like of material, but I'm talking about the tape that I have. I have a tape like of me doing 15 minutes, all murder. Literally like every fucking second.
That's all.
People are dying.
Yeah, that's
dying,
all you need.
dying,
Unless you get
dying.
like a haircut or some shit, like or if you drastically change your look, then like get another tape. But like that's your tape.
Yeah,
that's your tape.
And so like I was kind of getting my confidence, like I like because you know how you've been around the club and you hear like all the banter that goes around with the comics who may not be getting things that they feel like they deserve. I've always been a comic who's been like, bro, I'm gonna earn my way by like just being funny. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to politic with you guys. Like I'm not trying to suck a dick to get a spot or schmooze. Oh, the fucking schmooze. I hate the schmooze.
Yeah, well, guess what? If you ever come to LA,
Like
It's more so. I didn't even smell that kind of energy here at first because it's like a humble, like kind of smaller town or whatever. But I'm just like, oh, this is how the game is played here too. I'm like, all right, okay.
yeah, I mean that's how the game is played
on, yeah.
in general. But
Yeah.
like, I just choose to be like, no, dude, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be the dude. Like, I'm gonna be the funny dude. Like, where it's like, okay, like sure, I may not come to all of your parties and gatherings, and sure,
Yeah.
when I see you in public, I may not be like dick riding you, but. You know what I do on that motherfucking stage.
You're speaking
You know what I'm
with the
saying?
performance.
Exactly.
Like, you know I murdered. Like,
So like book me, nigga. Like you know I fucking do some shit on that stage.
I felt like that. I felt really hot last year when I first moved here because like I was polishing off some rust because I hadn't done stand up in like 5 months, and I'm like, I'm just gonna come to this open mic and murder. And the world is shit right now. Like there's a lot of bad things happening, and when I joke about those things, I feel like I thrive.
Yeah.
With
No,
with
absolutely.
like dark
That
humor.
definitely is your
and
bag.
like from like April, like August 2020 to November 2020, I was murdering. And then the last time I really murdered, because I don't do like political stuff often, was the January 6th incident. And I made jokes about that shit the day it was happening. And it happened to be a Wednesday. And I'm like,
You saw that shit live on CNN. This nigga was just
I was
doing
writing
bits.
shit down. I'm like, this is it. And I just fucking killed up there. And I have that tape, but unfortunately, it's topical shit.
Yeah.
And I can't fucking like.
Well, that's the
use
thing
that.
about it. Like for me personally, it's like comedy. Like I peg myself as like an artist in general, right? Like I have a lot of artistic skills in different mediums,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty good at like all of them, really. Like I mean, some better than others. Like I would probably say music is probably like my top bread and butter. Like music and like drawing or like my two like arts where it's like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga, I'm like a fucking 28th degree black belt in
You've
these
got
two things.
The Renaissance vibes. That's
Right?
what you've got. And it's important that like whichever like out of the three things you just mentioned, drawing, music, or comedy, whichever of those three things makes you money first, use that to supplement the other fucking
Oh, no,
things
absolutely.
that you
I'm-
want to do.
I'm already on it, like-
You're on it. I'm reading your fucking.
I got
Yeah.
some. We're not gonna talk about that, but there's some music stuff,
music stuff
low key that is
starting
in the
to pop
works.
off.
But
So did you have the SoundCloud like when it first like kind of came out like 07,
yeah.
07, 08?
Oh
That's
no
kinda when I
no
found
hell
out
no
about it.
hell no. It came out 07?
I don't. That's when I found out about it.
Oh, I don't
Like
know.
2000, like because
I
everybody
didn't.
was
I
like,
didn't think I got one till like 2013 or some
Oh,
shit.
shit.
To be honest,
I was surrounded by people that are like,
but
trying to
the
make it
music
into
shit I'm
game,
talking
yeah.
about though is some
Yeah.
back end shit. It's
Back
not.
end
It's
shit?
not like me being like an artist, but it's like
jingles.
it's like some back end shit that I can make some real money.
Oh, yeah.
To get the financial freedom to
Yeah.
just like do whatever the fuck I want.
You know what I fucking can't stand? Those car commercials that have the fucking hipster music in it that just have like clap sounds and
Oh, yeah.
like a ukulele.
Boom, boom, boom.
I hate it. But it's so simple.
Yo,
and that shit
and people are
pays.
getting fucking dude. There's a chick making millions. There's this one chick. She's making millions doing that fucking shit.
And it just sounds like,
Like-
oh, you just need to styrofoam, like soundproof a fucking closet and just make the sound like really good quality.
Yeah.
And just have some basic editing software.
But my point
submit that
is,
shit,
let's
yeah.
not get sidetracked because I do want to get this off my chest. Right.
right.
My point is, it's like comedy was one of the first mediums, like stand up. You know, because comedy is a vague thing. Like comedy
Yeah.
could be anything, but stand up was like the first medium that I feel like as like a creator and as an artist, like truly like humbled me.
Yeah.
To where it's like you could be simultaneously good and bad at this thing. Like you could be like amazing, but have bad nights regularly. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Show pressure. Like,
yeah.
You wouldn't feel so bad about bombing at an open mic, but if you have a show coming up, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to make sure the 3 open mics leading up to the show are fucking like crushed.
See, I don't
so
even
I'm
care
ready
about
for
that.
it.
Like, because here's the thing. One thing I'm proud to say, I've been doing stand up 4 years. Show wise, I don't even know how many shows I've done in the last 4 years, but that doesn't matter. Show wise, I've probably only actually bombed at an actual show like 4 times.
4 times.
And I'm proud to say that.
And that's like 0 laughs. Like, what's a bomb? Like,
Yeah. You
Chuckle.
know what a fuck a bomb
Yeah,
is.
I know what a bomb is.
I'm
Like-
not doing like the damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Like You know how like you do good, but if you have high standards for yourself, you'll be like, that's a bomb.
I see.
Like
yeah,
I'm
I
not
see what
doing
you
that.
mean,
I'm
yeah.
talking about legit bomb.
Actual fucking
right?
Okay, got you.
You know what I
got
mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm proud to say that because it's like an open mic. I'll take all the chances in the world. I'll bomb at an open mic. Niggas are low stakes. There's no stakes. Like, you know what I mean?
And you kind of get used to it more
Yeah.
on the off chance that it does happen.
And you
show.
learn how to recover.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is the skill you want to find, you know?
You should have seen fucking. You should have seen Healy last week. He was just dying up there for like 4 minutes solid. And then the last 3 minutes, he fucking saved himself and he started crushing.
Yeah.
He started crushing after like 3 more. Like he came out. He dug himself out of a hole. And I'm like,
that's a skill right there.
We need to open stronger, Mr. Healy, but you're on your way. I mean, I know like I love him, but there's beta cuck energy on the stage, and you can't like come on with that.
We'll talk about Healy later.
I know, but like as an example, you know, you want to like come in hot and have good energy and like you want to like have the confidence in yourself to go, I'm going to destroy this fucking room right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to level this place.
Yeah.
And those shows that you got in Denver, it's a bigger city. You're getting booked in bigger places. And if home field doesn't want to book you, they're going to recognize pretty fucking soon.
See, that's another thing. And that's what I mean. Like,
you're going to get
by
seen.
like the confidence thing, because it got to a point where it was like, dude, like, I know I'm putting in the work. I have like the tapes, the recordings, everything to actually, you know, visibly see my improvement. You know what I mean? And like, I just know what I do up there. Like, sure, I feel like my only like flaw right now in this comedy journey is like maybe as far as like, you know, the business side of it, like maybe try to do cleaner stuff so I can get booked more. But at the same time, the artist in me is like, fuck cleaner stuff. I just want to do the things that I think are funny. And I'm sorry that it's rooted in things that won't get me booked at a fucking wedding.
Right.
But, you know what I mean?
But the thing is, you'll get booked at the places that make you happy.
Exactly.
And it's not, I mean, yeah, there's money to not be gained by doing like clean shit because it's a wider market or whatever.
I talk to a lot of like comics who, you know, are a little higher up the ladder. Like they're not like super successful, but they're higher up the ladder doing things. And they all say the same thing. And it's the thing of like, man, like honestly, for a while, you just got to do clean stuff because clean stuff will get you in front of more audiences and even, you know, put some money in your pocket.
And then get dirty later.
Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, like, I've like, if I'm going to do clean, it has to just come to me. Yeah. And that's just not.
There's like the.
That's just not the life I lead, Jake.
So, you know, well, dirty is funny. It's just inherently funny.
Oh, and it's always going to be funnier.
I don't even know. I was clutching my chest last night at the open mic. There was just fart beats. I was just. I could not fucking like. I'm dying laughing. I'm laughing so hard, and it probably wasn't meant to be hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's just that immature fucking bullshit that's just in my brain. That's still 12 years old. I'm like, oh, dying, and like it's lowbrow, but it makes me fucking laugh so much. Yeah. And like the church crowds.
And it's way more interesting than. And here's the thing. I always say this, right? Both are hard to do. To do palatable, dirty comedy is really hard. And to do palatable, clean comedy is really hard. It's like yin and yang, right? Yeah. It's like, because stand-up is hard. Yeah. No matter how you slice it, whatever angle you want to take, this is a hard fucking art form that we're a part of. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. I would rather go up there and do like jokes about January 6th and make fun of QAnon people than sit there and like write like a palatable joke
give it
about
up for QAnon.
But bro, you know, my fucking baby fucking vomited on my shoulder and like
dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like, not dad jokes.
But you know what I mean? Like safe jokes where it's like, oh, there is nothing in this premise to be offended about. I mean, somebody would still find something, but it's really so airtight to, I could tell these jokes at a fucking, you know, carnival or a church or a fucking blah, blah, blah. It's like, no.
There's a guy I know.
I'm going to stick to comedy clubs and dive bars.
Oh, yeah.
And private events.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
There's a guy I know that he booked a church like the gig was at a fucking church. And it was like post Sunday service or whatever. They're like, we're going to have a little entertainment for you tonight. This dude cleaned the whole show. And then he had like DVDs and like shirts and merch to pass out and stuff. And I got the DVD and I'm like, okay, well, he was pretty funny. And it was like really clean funny. And then we put in the DVD. It's fuck, shit, cunt, piss. I'm like,
You ever fucking seen when a fucking girl's pussy is fucking purple instead of pink?
You just gave it out to a bunch of people that were just at a church. And
that guy's an artist.
This was in Orange County, Republican, like conservative church. I'm like, dude, yes. And this was like 12 years ago. This was before the cancel culture.
I'm jaking off right now.
Yes.
Thinking about it.
No, I'm jerking off. I'm jaking off with a rubber because I want to be safe. I found myself self-censoring in LA, dude. And I'm like, that hurts. That hurts. So I understand like that that your inner like agent of chaos or your inner like, I want to say fucked up shit. And then you find yourself blocked because you got to pay bills. And if that's if a corporate gig, let's say, and you have to be clean, and if that's the only gig you got that month, you know,
all of a sudden, I don't even have kids. Oh, my baby vomited on my fucking,
just change the humor. Like my stuff isn't inherently like blue, but I cuss a lot. So,
and see, that's the same thing with
problem.
me.
Yeah.
I noticed that like with my own act because not everybody, but there are some people that have like pigeonholed me as like, oh, one of these fucking dirty, fucking edgy. I hate when people call me edgy. I want to fight them. Like I literally fight them. I want to kill them. Like, because I started looking over my own material. I'm like, bro, like, there's nothing that I say in my act that is edgy or anything like that.
Edgy how? Like questioning like the social norms and stuff like that? Like
I don't even know where these people are getting this.
Like what is edgy?
I'm like, the closest thing that I have in my act that could be like questionable is like I do have a lot of race stuff.
Yeah.
But like honestly, as a black comedian, I think like just race stuff is just like it's kind of just the quintessential black comedian. Look at all black comedians.
Yeah, I mean,
even the greats. How many jokes do they have about white people, about other races? That's just what we do.
Yeah.
We live this life. You know, what do they say? Write what you know. Okay, I know oppression. Like, you know,
And
I know, you know.
it's fucking good. Like the bit that I'm remembering the most is Richard Pryor's trip to Africa. And then like he stopped doing those like types of jokes after that. But the joke explaining that whole experience was like, oh my fucking, it's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Like, how can you be a black comedian and not talk about race?
Yeah.
You know, like why would like, it would be a huge left turn if you were like, if you didn't. Like people go, oh, he didn't talk about race at all. But like, oh, so that's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know, that leaves them wanting more. So like, you got to press that button. And I self-deprecate and like, I fucking do like, oh, you know, the whole pick on the white guy. My favorite. Yeah. My fucking favorite. I'll make fun of myself all day.
Yeah.
All day. And I fall into the tard camp slightly. And, people see that as like abrasive. And I'm like,
is
no,
the
I'm
Tard
in that
camp next to Auschwitz?
The Tard camp is, dude, the Tard camp was the little mini like Rugrats pig pen inside of Auschwitz, dude. Like we were watched very carefully. We were put on medication. We were supervised. We had a guy following us.
You were
around.
making Mercedes-Benz license plates?
But yeah, dude, like I slightly fall into that camp. And because I was like put on Ritalin and shit, ADHD and all that stuff. But I have like a whole bit on that I'm working on. And I did it in LA, and people were like, "Ooh, like, oh, I can't like, I'm expressing my unfiltered self," and I'm like, "Fucking not," and you're not on board, and that sucks.
Well, that's
so
because that's like, well, I don't know. Let me not speak on LA like I know it deep, but from what I've gathered, it just that they seem like a culture that like fetishizes mental health.
Yeah.
So even you talking about your own experience, oh no, like why would you say that? Why would you say that about yourself, comedy man?
I know, like they feel bad for me. I'm like, don't feel bad, dude.
Yeah.
But they'll rag on a black comic doing black jokes about himself and like history or whatever the fuck all day, and they'll just eat that shit up.
Yeah.
But like the retard shit, it's like, and like the stuff about like my relationship with my father, like sometimes that goes a little down. I'm like, I guess this ain't your flavor. Oops.
It's like fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Like,
oops. And you listen
statistically.
to
80% of you don't have a father in this audience.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
should be vibing with this.
Like, or they didn't work it out in therapy or some shit, and they're still like upset about it. But like, you listen to podcasts where like most of them are based in LA, so like you're accurate in your deduction of like what LA is like. Like that's a lot of like the newer like our generation.
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
A lot of people that run shows out there. You know, it's not outright, but you feel like you're walking on eggshells a little bit. But I've been hanging out with the old school crowd. And these are people that are like 15, 20 years older than me that have been in the game for decades. And they're still out there running shows, but just for the sake of putting in reps and staying fresh, because they're going to book a gig on pretty much short notice.
Yeah.
That happens. It's very rare, but it happens. And you just got to be ready for it.
Ready for it, yeah,
And
absolutely.
so there's people that are in the game that are just running mics. And those are the people that I fuck with because they actually fucking know comedy. Like, there's mics that go like, we're not going to do jokes tonight about the LGBTQIA plus. Like, oh, you added 3 more
Do
fucking
not
letters.
put any fucking...
Yeah.
No, stop
Like,
it. No.
We're not equal.
Let bad comedy be bad comedy.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing,
Yeah.
too. Like,
and I just don't play those rooms.
because even
okay,
when you were
all right.
talking about how, like earlier you said something of like, oh, like you want to say the fucked up shit. Like, me personally, I don't look at my shit like that. Like, I'm not like sitting down, writing jokes and saying, I'm going to say a fucked up thing. You know, it's like, no, like, I just have a fucked up perspective based on my reality, and I'm trying to make that lighthearted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not just out here like, oh, I'm going to fucking,
Because
I'm going to call somebody a nigger faggot Jew on stage. That killed, right? You're a nigger.
God, I know.
Doing crowd work, you're like, sir, what do you do for a living? Oh, are you a nigger faggot Jew? Oh,
No.
that killed, right?
And they'll just hate you. But I would.
And there are comics like that, and that makes me laugh.
Like that, but I would get that out of just pure enjoyment for myself. Like if someone's gonna post up a disclaimer or rules, I am immediately, because the intrusive thoughts that go in my head, like I don't have gay jokes in my act, but I could just think of some ignorant shit on the fly because it's easy.
Yeah,
and just do it because I'm fighting so hard not to do it because I want to do my fucking stage time.
I kind of feel
But
you
I'm
a little
like,
bit on that.
I want to fucking say faggot. Like, it's a bad word. It's terrible, but like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, we can't be equal, dude. Like if we're going to make jokes about everybody else, but you
well, I don't know if the word
Yeah.
faggot is a joke, but let's be honest.
Yeah, but it's been used.
It's fun to just
It's
just let it fly.
I know. Well, especially if you're in that camp. There's gay comics that
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tim Dillon, you know.
Well, no,
he'll say the
fuck
fucking
comedy, bro.
F-word,
I
you
have
know?
like a lot of gay friends, and it's like faggot is like their N-word. Like
Yeah.
they call each other faggots. Like, yo, bitch.
I could see how.
Oh, bitch, you such a
I would
faggot.
understand where someone would be coming from if their feelings were legit hurt, like if they were bullied when they were kids or shit. I get that, but this is in a place where we're telling jokes.
Yeah.
Where there's no malice. Like, I mean, and thing is, there's more camps of people that feel like they can say faggot rather as just black people that have the N-word.
Yeah.
And nobody else.
Well, why don't you say
says
the
that.
N-word, Jake? You
I
keep
don't-
letting faggot fly. You keep letting faggot fly.
This is the chaos
I
that
don't.
I
You know,
love.
here's the thing. I don't like. I'll be real with you. I don't like that you're just letting faggot fly like this, and then you come to the N-word. No,
then get
you
to
better
that.
call. You got to say nigga.
I have to say it now.
The N-word pass for the camera.
N-word pass. Can I
Well,
give you? Hold
Hold
on.
on. Hold the N-word.
You know, hold up the N-word pass.
Hold the N-word pass.
And they're for what? $10?
Yeah. Say now. You can say nigga on this
Hold on.
podcast.
To make this transaction official, let me go get my wallet on the table real quick, and I will give you $10 on this recording on the camera for this, so I can say it because I don't want to get canceled before I write the pilot. You feel me?
All right.
All right.
I'll
but
take $10.
But I'm gonna carefully place where I want to say it. Is what I want to do.
While you're gone, I'm going to look at the camera and talk to the audience about how you asked me earlier, well, so what are the rules of the N-word pass? And I'm like, what? I'm like, it's a joke.
Yes, John, I have a question for you. Like it's a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
what are the parameters
Yeah.
of the N word? Oh my god. So 2 Lincolns. And they're Lincolns.
Yeah.
Lincolns.
Hell yeah.
Here you go, sir.
Hell yeah, America. Capitalism, right?
So
I'm selling back the right. Here's the thing about the N-word pass, right?
Okay.
People act like Because I have gotten in a little bit of trouble with like some like black people, like a lot of black people that I know personally, they think that shit's hilarious. But there's some black people who don't know me personally, and they're like, "What are you doing? You're selling our people out." Blah blah blah. Like you're letting people say the N word, and you're like monetizing it. And I go,
monetizing.
You're an idiot if you think that these people won't say the N word anyways.
But okay, if reparations are never gonna happen, the least you could do is monetize that shit.
Look, I got my money phone, baby. Money phone, big money. Hey, broke niggas get like.
Oh my god. Well, the difference here is when people feel taken aback by it is that you sometimes say it as hard R. You know what I mean? Like it's like
but I say it because it's funny because it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like even coming from a black person, like because it's like the word nigger is kind of just like the word faggot, where it's like it just has that sting to it.
Yeah,
no matter who says it, right?
It's got the consonants. It's got the well.
But if you're gay and you say faggot. People are like, okay. You know? Thank God. You know what I'm saying? If you're black and you say nigga, nobody bats an eye. But if you say nigger, it still has a little bit of sting, but it's still like, oh God, okay. He said it, not me.
He said it, not me.
My grandpa says that word all the time.
I can laugh about this now. Oh, I love it. I love it when black comics refer to white people as the N-word in like their act, and it makes white people more comfortable.
Oh, I love it.
It's like, oh, he said nigga. Okay. Oh my God, I can laugh at this too. Like, oh, I feel.
I do it all the time. Again, quintessential black comic shit.
Like it's kind of like, are you familiar with the fuck meter, right?
No.
Like, okay, so the more times you say fuck, it loses its power because fuck is inherently.
Are you talking about on stage or in general?
On stage, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've heard the theory kind of like this.
Another friend, like that, this isn't like a comedy reference per se, but I have a friend who doesn't really cuss. Like, she hates cussing. It's just not her camp. She doesn't do that shit. But when she's mad, she'll throw out a cuss word and go like, oh, this is serious. Like, she's mad. We have to like calm down now. But if people just say fuck, shit, cunt, piss, whatever, it kind of loses its meaning, its novelty. So like, do you analyze like how many times like not how many times, but like how often are you gonna like say the N word like in your act? Like
no.
Like do you feel like it loses its power the more times you say it? Like fuck, no, really, it's interesting. That's really interesting.
Why is that interesting?
I don't know. I just think it's interesting that like just because words have meaning and they have power, but like cuss words, I just feel like they lose their power when people say fucking shit.
You know why that's not interesting to me?
Okay.
Is because I naturally talk like that. Like,
I see.
You know, I remember one time I was like fucking with this girl and like she said something. She actually like made me like self-analyze myself. It was like this white chick. And she like self-analyzed myself because she goes, John, like you're such a paradox because it's like you're like one of the smartest people I know, but it's like you're like articulate, but then you say the N-word.
Oh my God.
And it's just so weird. And I'm just like, I never thought about it like that because I'm like, I really just talk like that. That's just because I talk like that to everybody. Like I'll be like, oh, this fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on the context of your environment. Like if you're in a fucking business meeting, you know, like there's like your customer service voice, let's say, and then there's like your natural like cadence.
Yeah,
or whatever. Like there's just
that's what it is. My natural cadence is like okay, sure. If you ask me like a question about some real shit, like I can give you a prim proper answer, but then I might be like, oh well, I loved NBA YoungBoy's album. That nigga's the shit, you know.
Like, are we on Jeopardy? Like, are we gonna wear a fucking suit and tie when you have to ask me a question? Like, I'm not on the clock right now. Like, this is not how I want to behave in life. Like there are people like not to say like it's a fake like two-faced thing, but there's people that you meet in the professional working world at your job or whatever, and they don't see that side of you because you don't need. You can behave like that.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Can't behave like you want to. At a restaurant or a bar or whatever,
I'm a ma'am, sir ass nigga on the job. You know what I'm saying? Ma'am, sir.
Did you did back of the house stuff at your restaurant or front or what? Like
I do like front. Like I'm not gonna like.
So you got to put on a fucking mask.
Yeah.
You know you got to.
Sir.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Man, get me off the clock. Like like me and you talking right here. I'm like, yo, what's up, nigga? Nice Iron Maiden shirt, bitch ass nigga.
Oh my God. But like you know you're having a cigarette, you're in front of the place you're working, you're off the clock, you're just by yourself, and
that's just
you see people walk away and you're fucking smoking, and you're just like, I'm off the clock. I was just nice to you 10 minutes ago. I got to be nice to you now. Like,
oh no, I'll definitely keep it up if I'm still on the property.
If you're still on the property,
I have ran into a lot of regular customers outside of my day job, and it's so funny because they're like, bro, you're a different person. Like, they're like, whenever I see you like at work, you're so prim and proper. Now we're out here fucking taking shots, talking about bitches and like rap music, and it's like I would never think that you were this type of person if I didn't get to hang out with you like outside of like the context of work, you know?
Yeah, well, at work in the service industry, like you're not often like people don't often view like waiters, bus boys, or whatever as fucking people. Like I've done restaurant shit for 10 years, and I would run into regulars at the fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
And I'm in my regular people clothes, and they would be like taken aback for a second, like, oh, you're not wearing like slacks or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a name tag or some shit. And they just see you as you, and they're like, oh man, you're
Holy
a human.
shit.
And I'm like, didn't you just complain about like something to me like at work like 2 weeks ago, and now you're like, oh hi, oh my god, I didn't think small town. Like,
Yeah.
come on, I'm a human.
Yeah.
You know, we're fucking human. And like the world almost ended, and people will still complain about.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, there's always going to be a reason to. There's a flaw. Ugh. You can always find a flaw. It's actually quite easy. Mm-hmm. But I will say this, right? This is one of the most ADHD podcasts I've ever been. I have ADHD. You have ADHD. Uh-huh. This is hilarious.
Of course. Oh, look, a butterfly! Like,
I'm still like we've like been like going through all this crazy shit. We've said so many racial slurs.
It's so terrible.
we've and I'm still here thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, Denver.
Oh right, you still have because you talked about Denver because I heard from Gary about the bad shit that happened at Denver.
But before, okay, I'm gonna talk to you about the bad shit. I just want to say this one last thing.
But funny
about the good shit, right? Well, this was good shit for me. Like, it was like I found my confidence again because it was like, all right, we go to like in Colorado because we were doing it all over Colorado, really.
And you flew this time,
yeah. It wasn't just Denver, but we just say Denver just to keep it simple. Mm-hmm. But like, literally, like doing stand up out there, like it was like noticeable. Like people were like gravitating to like me. And even Gary, like they were like, "Yo, like you guys are like,
yeah."
Like,
well, they haven't heard your fucking act 10 million
and especially the fact but everybody has that perception though of Oklahoma, like you know where it's like Oklahoma, like
it's a flyover state.
These
over
niggas,
there? Like,
you know what I'm saying? These niggas think they doing comedy, and we just come in there swinging our dicks, just smashing motherfuckers out.
I fucking love that.
And it was dope because it was like, you know, like I said, even getting the extra shows like that wasn't supposed to happen, you know, but just based off the strength of like our acts and stuff, like it like brought back, it pumped my like a little bit of comedy life into me because it was like, dude, like, I don't know why I seem to be like passed over here in Oklahoma City, but you know what? Now I'm fine with that because my jokes, I'm doing like my act and stuff. My jokes are translating in different markets, and they're translating here. It's not that they're not translating. I'm just confused on like, you know, like why am I not getting like booked more for certain stuff? Why is everything that I'm getting booked for either out of state or like if it is in Oklahoma, like in Tulsa? Like I've gotten booked more in Tulsa than Oklahoma City.
Clicks and shit, you know. There's people that think that like people would rather book their friends that they like enjoy spending time with, but they're not necessarily like the funniest person. It becomes like a nepotism thing, and that happens in LA too. But like, fuck it, you could make this place your hub and just get gigs in every fucking direction because Oklahoma's hugging like 6 states, dude.
Yeah,
you will reach a level where you'll be a regular like road comic, maybe full time, and you just crash here.
Hey, I'm just being real with you though. Like, I mean, this is not good or bad. It's just like I don't know, man. Like, and to sound like a faggot for a second. Like, this shit just kind of hurt my feelings. You know, it's just like one of those things where it's like, bro, like, because like it's like when you see your act work in different markets. you then know it's not you.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't just be sitting here like in the city and be like, oh, like I said earlier, like one of them niggas who like, oh, I'm the funniest nigga of all time, blah, blah, and niggas ain't doing shit. It's like, no, like, and I'm not the funniest nigga of all time, but it's like, I feel like out of like the pool of comics that we have here in the city, to ignore me is just offensive.
Well, you might.
I'm on my Kanye shit right now.
Not
To
to-
ignore me is fucking.
not to toot your fucking horn, but like you're really good. You're really fucking talented, and I would advise don't get stuck here. You know.
Oh, I mean, look, you already.
You have ambitions to not fucking stay here
You
for
already
another.
know. You already.
Yeah. So what are some like have you like have blueprints of options of maybe even moving to Denver? Because that was on my head too,
Dude. Honestly,
I thought about Denver
I
for a
thought
minute.
about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would if it were cheaper.
Yeah.
To be real, because like,
Yeah.
if you think, bro, like Denver is like LA prices, bro.
It is
Like,
it is.
real shit.
Yeah, you
Like-
gotta save like a lot of money just to put down for like a deposit or whatever. Because like it's cheap to live here, but like you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You know, and you just got to save and just have ramen and eggs for like 2 years and whatever you left over from that, you like make that move.
You
can
could have
do it.
ramen. You
Yeah.
could have eggs. You could have the limbs of small children.
And their blood.
Have you ever like took like a baby's leg and just like, you know, get one of them sauce bowls, some buffalo sauce with the flip? You know what I'm saying?
Where it's like, like they kind of snap like those cheap Manhattan hot dogs.
Oof.
You know those Manhattan hot dogs on the fucking
Absolutely.
carts? So they're like
Wait,
$2.
What's that fucking brand, dude? It's like I know exactly. It's
Not
like
Oscar
the yellow
Mayer.
and blue. No, it's like the hot dog stands. It's
Oh shit! I don't know the brand.
not important. Oh well.
It's all good. But what was the bad shit? I already know.
All
but like,
right.
like let's get into the fucking bad shit. of
Ladies
Denver.
and
What
gentlemen,
happened?
we've already gotten through the good shit. Let's talk about the bad shit, right?
Let's talk about the
All
bad
right,
shit.
son. So me and Gary are some broke ass comics. I had booked us a 2-star hotel
Oh god.
and a rental car, right? So the rental car shit, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. We're gonna have a whip, blah blah blah. Fucking go to a rental car place. I don't have a credit card right now.
Fuck.
So because I didn't have a physical credit card on hand, even though I had the money to pay everything, I even had the money to pay them like the deposit thing that they wanted, but it just had to be on a credit card. It couldn't be from a debit card or anything like that.
Huh? Not even if like if you just punch in these numbers.
I was like, bro,
manually,
like, nigga, you could take the deposit out of my account. And when I bring this back, like, just fucking give me that deposit back. Which it probably don't work like that. That's a very simple-minded,
yeah.
you know. But anyways, simply because I don't actually have a credit card, they're like, we can't give you a rental car. And I'm like, nigga, I already paid like $150 online for this, so I had to get a refund for that, right?
Why not just have like? I'm guessing you didn't have a fucking proof of purchase like on hand.
I did, but
did?
that does
And
not
they
matter.
still
It
didn't-
literally does not matter,
What
bro.
the fuck?
They
You
need
had it.
They need a physical debit card in the, or not debit card, credit card in the building.
We live in the future.
Like
And
it's
what the fuck? Like
and that'll tie into another story that I'll tell you later, right?
uh-huh.
So that happens right when we land, right? My ass fucking books me and Gary a 2-star hotel, and I know that that's idiotic, but I'm gonna tell you the logic behind this, right?
Well, you're broke comics.
No, it's not even the brokenness, right? It's more about like, okay, so I personally do not trust star reviews
Oh, of course not.
at
No,
all.
No, no.
Because I've had spots that got 5 stars, like that were trash to me, like on anything. I'm not talking about hotels specifically.
Yeah.
I've had spots that were 5 stars, like garbage to me. You know, maybe 5 stars to the general population. What the
Right.
fuck do
but
they
your
know?
experience as an individual
Yeah.
and the populace didn't have.
And I've had
fucking good
spots
time,
that
yeah.
were like, 2 stars that I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, maybe this shit wasn't 5-star, but this was not 2-star. Like, and then even sometimes when you read reviews of things, some of the reasons that like people say like rated it, I'm like, oh, these people are fucking pussies.
Yeah, well,
like,
people are prone to leave a negative comment than a
like
positive
motherfucker, I'm
one,
from
you
the
know?
trenches. All the stuff you talking about sound beautiful to me. Oh, they didn't even have an extra bar of soap. I'm like,
Oh, no.
nigga, I need 1 bar of soap. The fact that I see that y'all have lotion on hand as an ashy black man, I'm like,
Lotion
what,
on
mini
hand
lotion?
At a 2-star hotel, nonetheless. Like, they have lotion. Like, they know what you're doing. Or they know what maybe some of their market is doing.
Yeah.
You know, like, they got lotion. And plus, you're only there a week. Maybe you only got to shower, like, I don't know, 3 times out that week.
But I will say this. After that experience at that hotel, I'm definitely only in the genre of hotels and like stays, I'm going to start taking stars more seriously.
Oh. Because what, you went to one that had like a negative like review thing?
Yo,
and you had
it was so funny because there was a comic that Gary knows out there. I mean, I know her too. I don't even remember her name. I would shout her out right now. She's a really funny comic. Her name's Haley something.
All right.
Shout out to you, Haley. Really funny
Haley?
comic. She Gary was like talking to her. She goes, how did this motherfucker skip over that? And then she pulled up all the reviews, and it was just all this negative shit.
Oh, fuck.
Look, man, and here's the thing. We kind of, like, underplanned the trip as far as, like, the logistics of where we're going to stay and all that stuff. So, not only did I book us a 2-star hotel, I accidentally fucking booked it, like, the check-in the day after we got there.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, me and Gary fucking Denver fucking airport. We're all hyped. We're like, yeah, nigga, blah blah blah. We're doing this. This is comedy road life. We're us. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got that road life.
I kept telling Gary the whole trip. I kept going EXO tour life. Like,
Oh, God.
and fucking, we get there, right? Rental car thing falls through, and we're like, oh fuck. Okay, so we don't have a place to stay till tomorrow, and now we don't have a vehicle.
Oh, fuck.
Now, shout out to Julie Drake. Gary was like texting Julie Drake. Julie Drake was like, y'all niggas should just get a U-Haul.
Oh, shit. Like, that's how that happened. Okay.
Bing! You know, light bulb. Oh, look at Mama Julie. Shout out to Mama Julie. She's spitting right now.
Well, you had to attach it to something. Well, the car, right?
No. We got the van.
Oh, the van. In my mind, I was picturing it as a fucking trailer hitch.
No. There's different variants of
Yeah,
U-Haul.
I know.
Yeah.
You got the fucking truck and you slept in the truck.
No, we got the van, like
Yeah.
the fucking CIA van just painted in U-Haul ads.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, my God.
And it was funny. So we took a train, because what I like about like the Denver transit is like you literally can take a train $10 from the airport to like downtown Denver.
That's tight.
And like then like, you know, disperse from there. $10, bro. We just hopped on this motherfucker. Fucking go downtown Denver. U-Haul. There's a U-Haul store in downtown Denver.
Okay.
We started walking there, but it was like a 40-minute walk. And I said, Gary, fuck this. We're not living like peasants. Let's just call an Uber because it's a fucking like 8-minute drive. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I got the Uber. It's fucking $9. We got this. Like Uber to this U-Haul spot. We get a U-Haul shit. You know, it's like $20 a day. But then they also do the deposit thing, kind of like a rental car place would do. But they actually do take it off a debit card.
Oh, shit.
Which is what I wanted in the fucking first place.
Right.
I don't understand what the difference between fucking Enterprise and U-Haul, like, what the fuck are you talking about? U-Haul did it.
We need a physical copy, just because we're squares and we're bureaucrats, and we need it. But it worked for you. It worked for you when you needed it.
Yeah.
That's fucking good.
So we get a U-Haul. We're like, all right. And the whole time we're like, dude, this is funny as fuck. Like, we're driving around in a U-Haul for a week. Like, we kept calling ourselves the U-Haul boys. Luckily, I have like a lot of like real friends like in Colorado. Like a lot of people I grew up with now live in Colorado. So one of them, my boy Mike, he actually lives right outside of Denver. Like, and I called him. I was like, "Yo, nigga, like, we got a U-Haul. What you doing? You know, like, let's kick it. Let's vibe." Because I had a plan. I was like, "Here's what's gonna happen. Me and Mike are brothers. We're going to pull up on him. Gary bought some beer. We bought some weed. We're going to schmooze him right now.
Yeah,
we're going to fucking We were gonna smoke them out. Blah, blah, blah. And then we're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, can we stay on the couch?"
Yeah, did it work?
No, because
What the fuck? Some friend?
no,
shit?
no, no. Here's the thing, though, because he has just moved to Denver like 2 months ago, and he has like a roommate who's a girl who has a boyfriend and stuff. So it was like it's not like he just has his own place alone.
Right.
So
okay,
it was
that
like,
makes more sense now.
so I was like, all right, well, you can't stay here. So me and Gary, we hang out with Mike pretty much like most of the night, and then we fucking drive to our fucking 2-star hotel and sleep in that motherfucking U-Haul. Nigga, in the fucking Denver, cold, bro.
Oh my god.
Nigga, it was like
no blankets, no pillows.
dude, I used a leather jacket as a blanket.
Oh.
Like, I was in the trenches, bro.
Oh. For the love
That
of
was
the
hell.
game.
And you know what's funny? Like I told Gary this. I was like, bro, the shit was so bad. I started praying. I haven't prayed in years.
Oh shit.
I started praying. Like,
Did you go to church when you were a kid?
oh yeah, I grew up.
Oh,
in the
okay,
church.
all right.
And I was just like,
Praying, huh?
I was
All
like,
right.
yo, God.
Like out loud or like quietly to yourself? Like
Oh,
where Gary
well,
could hear
out
you,
loud,
like-
but Gary was like probably sleeping.
Oh, okay.
But it was like out loud, but it wasn't like yelling.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
You're
Like,
not screaming at the sky, God, why?
yeah.
Like-
But it was like, God, if you deliver me out of this cold and make this comedy week a great experience, I will never have sex with another white woman again.
oh shit.
I will go all black women, all maybe indigenous, maybe I might smash a native.
Well, you've been posting different colors of the rainbow recently on your IG, and like you were posting some booty, not like they're just like pictures of like what was it? Did you repost?
Oh, Doja Cat?
Doja Cat?
Yeah, I post Doja Cat. Whenever you said that, I felt so incriminated. I'm like, wait a minute, I've
like you're posting
posted-
different colors of the rainbow. Like we ain't focusing on the white women anymore.
nigga, I posted Doja Cat. I love Doja
No,
Cat.
but like, wasn't there? Oh, God, it might not even been you. There was some chick that was cosplaying as like
that was Doja Cat. Yeah,
that was her.
yeah.
Oh,
As Cynthia,
no, not as
is
Cynthia,
the
but
girl from Atlantis. Yeah.
That's the same chick.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah.
Huh. And I saw that went. Oh.
Yeah, bro. Doja
Yes,
Cat is
like-
my celebrity crush.
She's
Hopefully,
cute.
she listens
She
to
cute.
this podcast like Bricktown Comedy Club.
Oh my god! Like, bricked out, like, oh, they got me on lockdown. I mean,
Dude,
I did delete that episode.
I'm about
but,
to get
like,
banned from the club just being on here.
No,
and you know what? Fuck it,
nonsense.
dude.
Why? Because you.
Fuck it, dude. I made choices.
You're not banned, man. It's fine. And like they're not gonna listen to the whole fucking like if they really want to go far, like then this place just ain't
Oh,
for
it's
you,
already
man.
it's already over. We said faggot and nigger a bunch of times.
I viewed that whole situation as a good thing. Like it was a bad thing that happened, but like this just pushed me out. Like I wasn't gonna stay here. Like, dude, you're gonna find yourself like, I mean, the more you book in Denver or the more you book somewhere else, like you might just fucking dip because it might get to a point where you actually make money doing this. Like it could happen.
Yeah.
You'll lose more money, and these sacrifices that you make, sleeping in a fucking U-Haul the day before, like you love that shit, dude. Like you'll suffer for it.
No, man,
and it's
it
gonna
builds
pay
character,
off.
man.
Yeah,
like a
and
motherfucker,
The
bro.
universe, God, the devil, Buddha, whoever the fuck you believe in, it doesn't like you're putting in the work and you're suffering for it, and eventually a bone's gonna get thrown, and you'll be like, oh man. That makes that bad experience worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you're sitting on a comfortable leather couch in the green room.
Yeah.
And then you get the hotel that's like 2 blocks from the venue, and it's fucking on the roof and shit.
Yeah.
You know, room service, like all your shit's paid for, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing that comes out of your wallet is whatever the fuck's in your rider, you know.
The only thing that comes out of my wallet is that condom I'm not going to use in
Oh,
whatever
hell
random
yeah.
city. No, I'm just
Oh my
kidding.
God.
Nah. But
Were you there for the glory hole thing on your previous trip? Were you there for
yes,
that?
I was there, but I didn't partake because I had a girlfriend at that time.
Right, I heard about that too. You were so mad.
I was
about that.
heated.
Well, because you told her about it, and this was like, oh, I would have been okay with that, and you were just like, I could have.
Because here's the thing, I'm not hyped to go to a glory hole
Yeah.
like just off the strength, but it was just, you know, road stories. Like I'm on the road with my boys. We're here to do comedy, and there's a glory hole.
Yeah.
Yes, let's
That's-
go together.
That's
Let's-
material. Yeah, exactly. And like you fucking all of these setbacks, these misfortunes, like this is going to aid you in the future because life just gives you shit.
Yeah.
Life just gives you shit, and that's fucking hilarious. Oh, it sucked that happened, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even get into the meat, right? So
The meat. Oh, the meat.
we wake up, right? We're like, all right, we get to check into this hotel. I had already paid for this hotel, like, completely out of my pocket. It was $206, right? And I'm like, I try to get it whenever I got the refund for the rental car. I tried to get a refund for the hotel, but they wouldn't let me get a refund. So I said, fuck it. I guess this is where we're staying. Because I just wanted to kind of get all that money back, and then we could just make decisions from there, like kind of on the fly, you know? But they wouldn't let me refund the hotel. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We stay in here, right? We go to check in, right? This Asian bitch, I got to say it. This Asian bitch at the fucking... At the fucking hotel. It was a hotel ran by the Yakuza or some shit. Actually, they weren't even Yakuza. Yakuza would have had taste. You know what I mean?
Yakuza. Oh, dude, the servants would be wearing tuxedos if it was.
It was like
Yakuza
some
running.
Taiwanese niggas or some shit. I'm like, no.
Working for 25 cents a day or some shit.
We go in there, bro. This bitch was like, all right, like, okay, I got your name, I got your ID, blah, blah, blah. I see the reservation, blah, blah, blah. $100 deposit. I was like, what you mean? Like, I already paid for this shit. She was like, well, you didn't pay the deposit. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why wasn't I notified about a deposit as I was booking that?
Oh, she's hustling you?
100.
She's hustling you.
Sit here, and then Gary, he goes, fuck it, dude. And he gives her card for the $100 deposit, right?
Uh-huh. Fuck it, I got a bill to
we
burn.
go to this fucking hotel room, whatever, run-of-the-mill hotel room or motel. Well, actually, this was technically a hotel.
A hotel?
It was bigger than a motel, but it was the jankiest hotel
God.
of all time. Like,
It was basically a hooked up motel.
bro, we go to this shit, bro. Already, bro, there's a fucking dried up blood stain in my fucking sheet in my bed.
No.
The fridge don't work.
Oh.
None of this shit.
Is there shit in the fridge?
No. But
Blood stain?
that bitch don't work though.
Oh, fuck, dude. Like
Like a dried up blood stain. Like, have you ever had
a little or a lot?
Like a little. It was like a little speck.
Oh, okay.
Like it was like one of those. But you know, you ever like fucked a bitch on a period in your own bed, and then like you wash the sheets, but they're still, you know.
Oh, dude, I got my Red Wings. I had to get my
little remnants.
Little remnants. Yeah, I get you.
And I'm sitting here like, this is what we're doing. You know, it's like the meme where the dog is in the fire. You know,
Everything's fine.
Like, oh, this is a life we chuck. Like, in the immortal words of the great author and philosopher Mark Norman.
Mark Norman. Oh,
Comedy.
yep.
Like, just sit there like, all right, bro, this is life we chose, right? Nigga. You got there, bro. They have vending machines. Cool. Hit the vending machine. $2 for Dasani.
Oh my god.
For Dasani. $2.
That's at an airport.
Bro.
Like, you see that shit at a fucking airport.
Just pure molestation.
Oh, they're fucking you.
On top of that, right? Gary, we keep walking out like to smoke blunts and cigarettes. And every time we walk into the lobby, we see a different either couple or just single person out there arguing with this Asian lady for their deposit back.
Oh my god.
And they'd be like, and it was always like a different case. They'd be like, dude, what do you mean? Like, I didn't fuck up anything in the room. And she's like, oh no, you did this, you did that, boy. Like, you're not getting deposit back.
You
and
don't
like,
give the money.
they literally like, we saw the cops come up there many times because literally people were just calling the cops on this lady.
Oh my
they were like,
fucking
dude,
God.
this lady is literally robbing me. Like,
Here's
there
what
was
I
a
think-
black dude up there. Gary made a joke. He goes, that was the first time I ever saw a black dude call the police willingly.
Oh shit.
It was a black dude up there, bro. Like he looked like he was a South Floridian black dude
Oh,
too.
my
This
God.
nigga had the blonde dreads.
Oh
He
my
looked hood
God.
as a motherfucker.
Blonde dreads. Oh my
He was
God.
up there. He was like, nigga, these niggas just got me for $350. I stay here for a night.
What the fuck? Well, you know, if you think about it, hotels got fucked last year, and they're just fucking finding like little
No
fucking
excuse.
no excuse, but like they would find a way to fucking upcharge shit because hotels last year just was not
Bro,
a fucking
this
thing.
Asian lady, bro, she was finessing. And it's
Young
not
or
that
old?
we were just probably middle-aged. I'd
Middle-aged,
probably
okay.
say Okay, Asian people, they age well like us
Older
black
ones
people
got
do.
more attitude.
So she was probably real talk, probably like 45.
Okay.
But she could have passed for 38, you know.
All right.
Great skin. Great skin.
Of course.
Beautiful woman. I would have made love, but she's a robber
Well, she was
and a
just like,
rapist.
you didn't give me your $100. Like, do you want to come up to my room real quick and let's talk about that $100?
Bro, what's even funnier, we saw a whole porn studio come in there, bro.
Oh, shit.
There was a nigga in there with boom mics, cameras, all this shit.
Yeah.
Being followed by fucking
Well, who was porn?
tramps.
Tramps? Who was, okay. I've seen that shit too.
And we heard the fucking when we were in our room.
The creaking?
No, like scream.
the pounding the...
You know, performative. You know how performative porn could be.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah.
heard the.
Oh, my God. You heard everything. You should, and if they were filming, you should have just fucked up their whole production.
Nigga, no fridge. Like,
no fridge. Nothing. It was plugged in, not working, none of it.
Yeah.
Blood stain. Bro, like this is the universe because this is your destiny. This is your destiny. You said this was the life that you chose. And the universe, God, Buddha, the devil, whoever the fuck, is just handing you these shitty situations because we have fucked up coping mechanisms. We have to laugh about fucked up shit in order to like function.
I got wild delusional like after a while. Like because here's the thing. Once we figured out once we accepted that we're driving around Colorado in a U-Haul for a week and we're staying basically in what is Vietnam of a hotel. Right? We were like, okay, whatever. And then like I said, the comedy side was great, right? So everything was cool. All the experiences we were having were dope. Like it was like outside of those two factors, right? They're all fucking really dope, really great, right? So we were supposed to be flying out of Denver early Friday morning and then be back in Oklahoma like probably about 1 p.m. and everything gravy, good. Nigga, they pushed our flight back to fucking 6 a.m. Saturday.
Who are you flying with?
American, of course.
Dude, the week you did that was when they were canceling a bunch of flights. There's like staff shortages and shit. Like they were just fucking up all different directions. Like, and so they probably didn't have enough fucking people.
So literally, we got so mad because look, they changed our flights to 6 a.m.
At the last minute.
Yeah, we had already turned in the U-Haul and already turned in the checkout.
This is the part I didn't hear. Oh, fuck.
So it was like, it was back to day one. Remember when we thought day one was over? Okay, we might not have anything day one, but we're fucking grown men, bro. We'll figure it out. We can figure it out for 24 hours and we have the whole rest of the week once we're accommodated to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Nigga, we had already turned in the U-Haul. We had already got raped for the deposit. We were sitting there. So we're sitting there downtown Denver contemplating, okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to, because like, you know, we met like a lot of like people out there and stuff. Yeah. And I even started texting some of them. And then, you know, you kind of get in that mode where like you're on the road and then you forget that people have real jobs. Like all the comics are like, oh, so what are you doing right now, bud? Or like even my boy Mike, start hitting up Mike again. Niggas is out here working. It's like, nigga, this is fucking Saturday. Like, nigga, we working.
You're taking time off work.
Or this is Friday. Yeah. We're working.
This is a fucking job.
Yeah, this is a week, homie.
Did you stay up the entire time until the next flight? Like,
no. And this is where the rape continues.
Oh, fuck. The rape.
So, and to double back to the bullshit, and I will say the bullshit, I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. The bullshit of motherfucking rental car services. Like, it's like, I have the money. You want to take the deposit out of my motherfucking account? Take the goddamn deposit. I don't understand this fucking credit card shit. Like, I don't. Like, if U-Haul is going to take the deposit out of my bank account, why can't you? You think you're better than U-Haul? You think you're better than U-Haul? Enterprise, Hertz, Fox, whatever. You guys think you're better than fucking U-Haul? Fuck you.
You know what?
Literally all our problems, we wouldn't even had half the problems we have if we could have just got that goddamn rental car. It would have been way cheaper. I don't know.
Do you want me to clip this and tag Hertz's social media?
Please do.
Do you want me to?
Hertz is my Pauly Shore. No,
I'll clip it and send it to you.
send the clip to Hertz and Pauly Shore.
Oh my God, vengeance. And then you'll be a real comic, John.
Yeah.
You will insult a company publicly by not naming names.
Hertz,
outright.
I fucking trade stocks. I know all about y'all going bankrupt last year, and you gonna treat me like this?
Would you pull this if this was the Joe Rogan show, or if this was like the last podcast on the left, or Flagrant, or some shit? Like,
Pull what?
no, I mean, like, if I
Like
had
insult Hertz on camera?
I know, and like fucking here's the crazy part, which we already discussed off air, but like this is not a big podcast.
Yeah.
This is not big.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that like even if I did clip that rant with
yeah.
Hertz
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
Enterprise
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that shit, and it would do absolutely fucking nothing
Yeah.
to their sales, their marketing. They would lose zero money.
But who cares?
that. Exactly.
Because I am expressing how much I hate the rental car industry. It is the biggest racket. Okay, so the mob, they stopped running Vegas, then they started running rental cars.
Oh my God, dude. Maybe I did good because while I was in LA, I just did fucking Lyft wherever I wanted to go and just crashed on my mom's couch. I mean, granted, that's like a different situation, but I could have rented a car for the week that I was there. But then like, how often am I actually using the car? I'm only getting it to go from point A to point B. I'm not going on fucking road trips and shit like that, you know. I would barely use the car just to drive, I don't know, 20 minutes and back to a gig. So I was like, nah, fuck it. I'll do Lyft. Ended up spending over $500 just on Lyft rides alone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's what we were trying to avoid with the rental car thing.
I bit a bullet doing that week of shows.
And honestly, though, here's the thing, right? So last day, me and Gary already turned in everything. I get a harebrained scheme. I go, wait a minute. Because it's early in the day. It's probably like fucking like 10 a.m.
Okay.
Right? It's early in the day. We're downtown Denver, vehicle-less, flight at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. It's Friday. I go, let's get Kayvon to rent us a car online, and then we'll just cash app him the money.
Okay.
Like, he could use his credit card because Kayvon, he's a fucking...
He's not even there.
He's an Armenian Jew.
He's an Armenian, Persian Jew, fucking desert.
He
fucking
definitely
sand.
has a credit card. Like, you know, the amount of gas stations he owns. Yeah, he has to have a credit
He
card.
had some gas connections up in the Emirates.
So we call Kayvon. Kayvon's like, bro, I got you. He does all the work. Blah, blah, blah.
What a fucking guy.
Again, boom, we hit the train back up to the airport. We take the shuttle to the rental car place. Them niggas saw all this shit. They were like, well, we still need the physical card. And I was like, but it's already booked. And this time it's booked with an actual credit card. Like, it's on file. But yeah, but we need like the physical card, like for you to push it in here. And I'm just like, what? But
the money is there. I don't understand that.
And that's another thing that pisses me off about this shit, because it's like, it makes me, like, I feel like it makes like me and Gary sound like we're broke niggas. Yes, we're broke niggas in the comparison, in the scale of society. But like, we had money to like move around.
Right.
It was just, you get to one of those points where you're just like, please, just take my money. Just take my money.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
I am here
Like,
for
I
your
need this
business.
goddamn service.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you letting this stand in the way? I'm not in poverty or anything like that. I'm just like, bruh,
There must have been
I have the money.
of-
I just don't have a credit card.
There must have been some kind of situation where they're just like, oh, we changed our company policy because maybe there were way too many incidents of fraudulent charges, blah, blah, blah. That's like a typical excuse.
It's easier to do fraud
Yeah.
with a credit card than it is with somebody's actual bank account that's
Yeah.
connected to a debit card.
Plus
So
it's a
that
rental
logic
car.
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and there's bigger fish to fry too. So it's like, why fucking the rental car industry? Like, why that? Like, why
I'm
can't
telling
we
you,
keep
bro.
this fucking simple? Like, we give you money with proof of purchase, and we are standing here asking you, and it should be that simple.
And even
It
if you
should
want
be
a
that fucking
deposit,
simple.
guess what? The deposit is in my bank account. I'll give you the deposit as long as I get it back.
Right.
You know, and even if I don't get it back, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
Just get me the fuck out of this
Like,
situation.
you're not trying to fight this shit because even if you were to say, I don't know, take it to court, then even if you win, you still got to pay the fucking lawyer. It's just like, make it go away.
Come on,
just
dude.
Fucking,
please.
Yeah, and I hate that shit when people would like go so far as to sue a company over whatever.
A $32 transaction.
Right. And it becomes like you just spent more money fighting the squabble.
But it's
or
about
whatever.
principle.
Yeah, well, your fucking principle just cost you $2,000 more and paying a guy that does homework for a living. Basically, that's what lawyers fucking do. And then you just added more stress out of your life. You take time out of your fucking day. You
Yeah.
wear a fucking suit and wear a necktie that's too fucking tight. Your Honor, I was discriminated against. Like, shut up.
So
Let it go.
that shit happens, right? And guess what? So me and Gary were defeated because we literally took this 45-minute journey from downtown Denver to the airport, to the shuttle, to try to get a rental car. We thought we had it all figured out. We're defeated. I'll never forget Gary's face whenever got rejected. Like, literally, Gary, I'm going to say this on air.
I know that face.
Gary looked like he was about to cry.
Oh.
Like, he looked like it was just... Because we were going to get the rental car from fucking the spot, and we were going to drive back to Oklahoma. We said, fuck the flight. And he was going to cancel the flight, get the money back for the second flight. And we're just going to drive back to Oklahoma. Like, we flew here.
Fuck.
We're going to drive back, and we're going to drop it off at a fucking rental car spot in Oklahoma.
Damn.
And be good. Like,
That's hard because I've seen him mad before, and I've seen like the whole emotional the whole emotional spectrum on him, and like, but to see like pure defeat, like I can already picture it. That
bro,
fucking
this nigga
sucks,
was
yeah.
defeated.
Yeah.
Me, I was defeated, but like when I get defeated, it turns into like I basically turn into the Joker.
You do?
You know,
Oh.
like I just start delusionally laughing for no reason.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that. I've done that. That's
Yo,
what-
this is really happening.
That's
This
what
is really
keeps-
happening.
That's what keeps me from like fucking hurting someone. The like just maniacal laughter. And if it's not like out of anger, like if it's like out of sadness, I'll just get real fucking quiet.
Yeah.
I'll just get real fucking quiet. I'll just like make myself small and shit, look down a lot. It's like just like that kind of defeat is like way fucking worse than like trying not to stab somebody. You know?
We ended up shelling that night another $100 just to get a Motel 6 for about 8 hours before we had to go to our flight.
Did you have? I mean, obviously you did not prepare for the fuck shit that had gone.
No,
down.
and like I said,
yeah.
but here's the thing: all that shit sucked,
Yeah.
but the comedy shit was good, and also there was a lesson in those L's. There was like, oh, we could do this. I mean, we just gotta prepare better.
Next time you hit the road, just plan. Yeah,
because everything was just other than Gary buying the tickets, probably like a month in advance, the plane tickets. Because we split it up. Like Gary paid for all the plane tickets. I'll pay for all of the room.
Yeah.
And then we'll half and half the rental car. That was the plan.
Yeah.
But Gary bought the tickets a month in advance. I bought the room probably, I would say 2 weeks before we actually went.
Okay.
And I didn't like book the rental car honestly till like 48 hours before.
But it still should be like it still should have been doable for them to like process the fucking information by the time you got there. Because they got cars on that lot for days.
But that's how I said. I learned a lesson, bro. Don't try to get a rental car unless you have a credit card.
I suppose.
That's all they care about. It doesn't matter how much funds you actually have, bro. They just want that credit card. That's like some level
not a
of
debit card.
validation. Yeah.
Debit card's
It has
not
to
good
be
enough.
a credit card. Yeah.
I don't have a fucking credit card. So like fuck me then.
Yeah, bro. Fucking I guess Turo.
I've never understood because I know how credit cards work, but I've danced on the poverty line basically my entire life up until last year. I danced on the poverty line. It's like, well, I don't need a fucking credit card. Why would I pay for it? Like, I have to finance a pizza? Like we're financing groceries? What are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have the scratch for it, don't fucking buy it. Like, it should be like simple.
Yeah.
Like, credit cards are kind of dumb in that regard. Like, unless you just got the fuck you money or whatever. Like, oh,
I mean, credit cards are
off
pretty
later.
amazing.
It is how you
I
build
used to
credit
have
and
a
stuff.
credit card. The problem is, and here's the thing: I'm talking all that bullshit. I actually do have a credit card,
But
but
you didn't have it on you.
I haven't paid on my credit card in about 4 months. And that's a new development. Like I used to be like super on my shit with the credit shit, but I kind of fell off the last 4 months, and it's so bad that like I have money on my credit card, but just because I haven't paid in 4 months, it'll decline every time.
Or like they will.
They don't. They're not even taking off the money. I can go on my app, on my phone, my credit app. The money is still there, but if just because I didn't make a payment, they won't let me swipe it. So it's mute. You know. So it's like
that's bullshit.
Essentially,
yeah.
I don't have a credit card at the moment.
Yeah. I don't think I got it. If I get to a point in my life where I ever have to use one, I'll like hardly ever use it. Probably specific to that situation if it's the only time. Because if it's one of those things where you need a credit card, like, okay, might as well just have that thing on me.
Can I ask you this? Will you think we'll get taken off YouTube if I pee in a bottle right now?
No, you're not even in the frame, dude.
Oh, am I not?
You're not even in the frame. I'm like at a.
Just take off the light and I'll pee in the.
Oh my god, you trying to piss right now,
dude? I gotta pee so fucking.
Yeah, go pee. I can always edit around it, man. Yeah, go pee.
So yeah, that was the Colorado story. That was pretty much the meat of it.
And you know, and you learned a lot from it. And fucking dude, I mean, you're only gonna get better because 4 years.
Yeah.
Wait till you
baby in comedy.
Wait till you hit 10, man,
bro.
Wait till you hit 10, and you'll have some slumps again too. Like you weren't booking for like a minute. You had like a little dry spell, but then these gigs kind of lifted you up.
Yeah.
And now you're hungry. Like I want to book more.
Well, here's the thing. I always get like most of the bookings I've ever gotten in my entire career. Like honestly, 96% of the bookings I've got in my career has just been people asking me. I don't really put myself out there.
Oh, really?
I'm just now starting to get to the point where I'm doing that, and that's only because I have that tape that I told you.
Right.
Like I'm literally like, and when I say just now, I mean probably like the last like month.
How old was the tape since you like compared to today? Like when was that tape?
The tape is probably about 2 months old.
2 months?
You know what's sick about that? I only know that is because I've been single for 2 months, and
oh shit.
I was on a show with my ex who was also a comic.
Yeah, more vengeance. Do you feel like okay? Let me ask you this: are you equally as charged when you're dating another comedian that's booking stuff? Like, do you feel like motivated to like push and like get gigs like to like match that?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Absolutely.
So that's your answer to like, oh, we're gonna like split up. Like that sucks, but like, look what I'm doing now. Like I'm not letting like this setback affect the work.
Yeah.
Like you're still out there getting it. And there's probably material out of that too, you know?
Yeah. Well,
have you retired? Have you retired material about being a relationship now that you are single?
I never really had material about being in a relationship ever.
I see. So like, you would tell like I've been single a long time. Like I was kind of like in a little bit of a thing, and I had material for it. I'm like, oh, now I feel like I have to retire it because that's not coming from the heart. Like it's not true. You know?
Yeah.
Like I could give you the illusion that I'm in a relationship depending on how I tell those types of jokes.
No.
Or I could be single as fucking tell the same fucking joke, you know.
I think being single, I have more material about being single. But when I was in a relationship, I never had jokes about being in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
I just had jokes.
That's fucking. I guess fuck bygones be bygones. You know, because like I've like changes in your life. Like go like oh that like I have a joke that's retired. Like I have jokes about like not having a car.
Yeah.
It goes like oh I can afford a car. I would just have to live in it. And like that doesn't work for me personally. It doesn't work for me anymore because like I have a car now, so I can't.
But
like,
you could still tell it, bro. An act is an act. But do you think that you now that you actually have a car, like you're not passionate about it and it shows on stage? Because that's a different thing.
I suppose, yeah. I suppose you're right there. Because now that I have one, and I'm like, I don't have like bits about like sitting in traffic or whatever the fuck, or finding parking, or shit on that. Like I've
things that'll get you a gig at a church.
Yeah, like it's just stuff that's not happening in my life anymore.
Yeah.
Therefore, but like I get what you mean. Like, oh, it's an act. Like I could still use that joke.
Yeah.
Like these people don't know me.
Yeah.
You know, I can still. No, you're right. You're right. I'll have to fit that back into the rotation.
But they can't tell if you're not passionate about it. That's why I asked that question.
That's why it has like it's got to. I have to go back and think about that time.
Yeah.
Because this is where the acting comes in.
Yeah.
That's where you have to pull out that muscle, and you got to go like, okay, this is what I went to college for. You know, this is what like I have a commercial agent. Like I can do that. Like I do self-tape auditions and shit. I can work that into my act. But like comedy and theater, they're so different beasts. I caught myself like when I am on stage. You know how in theater that you speak outward towards the audience?
Yes.
Whereas it's not like you're not making eye contact really with the front row because you're doing a fucking act to everyone.
Yeah.
Whereas comedy, it's more intimate and you don't have to fucking play to the back of the room. Fuck the back room. You can't even see what's going on back there. And I catch myself playing to the back like it's a theater thing, but I'm like, no, this isn't working. I have to like engage with motherfuckers and like say these fucking jokes. And their positive reaction or negative reaction is going to determine like how that
there's
goes.
A little bit of
it's a different muscle for
kind
me.
of like playing, like saying it to the back. Like, because have you ever been in a spot where it's like just the lights are too bright, and even though the room's packed, you can't really see the audience anyway.
Yeah,
that would kind of be the
just,
space
like,
to just do the thing, you know,
just do it, time it out.
We did like a little like it was a small like maybe 100-seater theater in downtown Denver. And literally the lights were so bright. Like it was worse than Bricktown.
Oh shit.
Like where it's like, bro, I literally like all the seats were filled, but it was like, bro, like I just can't see anybody.
Yeah.
And then not only that, like the people it was like kind of like a thing where you as the actor in the bottom of this bowl.
Uh-huh.
And then like
so the seats were raised?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And
all
it was
right.
just like
and
then the lights are just in your face.
You didn't have any wherewithal to back up. Well, then they can't fucking see you because you're not standing in the fucking light. You don't have like it's like the spotlight's not wide enough for you to move around. Like
I mean, you had a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not gonna act like it was tight like that, but you're right. I didn't have the wherewithal to move around, but I don't think that would have helped.
Bit, yeah.
With seeing the audience.
Well, and that's kind of like hitting your mark. Per se, like that's another way of putting it. Like you can kind of like you don't have time before the show to like walk on the stage and just be like, all right, this is the space.
No, but here's the thing though, like you know, earlier off mic we were talking about like crowd work stuff, right? Literally, like I've been kind of like trying to integrate crowd work into whether it's an open mic set or a showcase or any gig. I'm gonna try to at least dedicate maybe 1 minute of my set to like do some crowd work shit. Literally, I went in that motherfucker. I go, nope, just doing the act because I can't even see anybody to engage with. And and I would be wasting too much time and energy trying to.
Was there no
figure that out?
Was there no front row?
There was a front row,
but they weren't in the light either.
Front row was TikTok nigga and his white girlfriend and some old whites.
And the thing is, if you make fun of the front row, like. Everybody else don't fucking know what the person that you're making fun of or engaging with like even looks like. So you're only playing to like a section of the room as opposed to the whole fucking room. And that's
especially in like the way like I said,
nah,
it was like descended. Like it was like, okay, so front row is they're on your level. Then the row up.
Yeah.
Row up.
That's a proscenium, if I remember that correctly.
Proscenium, what's that?
Yeah, that's the way the stage is raised. In the round is like the vicious circle.
It was like it felt like it felt like a weird like Coliseum.
Yeah,
you know.
Have you ever been in the round? Dude, the round is so fun. Imagine because like
I've never been in the round. I'm straight.
Well, like Dane Cook had a special years ago, and Louis C.K. I think played in the same fucking arena where it was the stage was circular. And he's like doing his shit or whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
There's a large section of the audience where they're looking at your ass.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
this was a small like when it was like by definition of how I built a theater, but it wasn't like a theater. Like it's not like what Tim Dillon is playing right now. It was like a small because like it was like literally 100-seater. But okay, 100-seater for the showroom. The thing, it was like a multi-leveled. It's called Jester's Palace. Shout out to them. And that night that we did the show, that was the grand opening of them.
Oh shit!
So Jester's Palace, downtown Denver, fucking. It's like
that's the new spot.
It's like a 3-leveled like room. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
Did
It's
you get
weird,
a chance
man.
to go to the top level and see like where the perspective is at like from the comic? Like, are they looking at the top of your head, like the top, like the people like that are way up there?
No. Okay, so the people who are way up there, right? Okay, so from where this tray is,
Okay,
that's what the comic looks like.
all right.
If you're at the top row, it's like you're watching.
Okay,
a
got
comedian.
Got you.
You know.
There's a place called John Levitt's. Well, it was called John Levitt's Comedy Club, but now it's just gone. It's something else now. They fucking had the audience like everything was a balcony seat, and you're just looking at the top of the head. Like the Laugh Factory in Hollywood has balcony seating too, but it's like pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you can kind of see what's going on. It's literally like you have to fucking like you're the old fuckers in the Muppets. You know the old people in the Muppets that sit up there.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
You don't want to watch. Yeah, you don't want to watch comedy from like far away and up. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, and it didn't even seat that many people.
Yeah.
And it was just a bad venue. It wasn't it wasn't the management that was bad. It was just the way it was made.
Yeah.
Was bad. And
no, this venue was dope. Like so you walk in, right? And you go like the front door goes to some stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the stairs is the first level, and they basically have like a little counter where that's where you buy your tickets. They got like fucking they'll sell you some like sodas or something behind the ticket
Jester's
counter.
Palace.
Yeah.
That's the fucking new spot, dude.
And then like across from that is the doors to the showroom, and then also the doors to the green room, and then like they connect. So you go into like the green room door, and then you can get right to the stage like from the green room to where it's like, you know, you don't have to do all this crazy shit. Like it's not because you know how Bricktown, like you leave the green room, but like you still kind of have to walk through the crowd to get to the
a little
stage.
bit. Yeah.
This is like straight up. No, like you can go from green room to stage without any crowd interaction.
Oh,
You know?
I like that. I
Yeah.
really like that because that really gives you like
A mystique.
it just gives you the space to just get in the zone and like a motherfucker could trip you.
Yeah.
You know, like
Or pick your pockets, bro.
Exactly.
Like, have you
Like-
been to Louisiana? No.
no, I want to go to Mardi Gras so fucking bad though. I want to go, but I don't drink anymore. So like, what's the fucking point? Like I have
Hookers. No,
yeah, there's that. I heard you could throw a parade. Like you could just go to the police department and fill out an application for a parade, and you could just have a fucking parade.
That's dope.
Yeah, like you have to like rent the stuff, and like you could drink in public and all that shit.
Yeah, you gotta
Just do like it's my birthday. or
sell
whatever.
fucking
Yeah.
sex slaves and stuff.
Oh my god!
Shout
Sex
out my boy Beep. I'm not gonna say his name.
slave. Is he a sex slave?
No.
Is he a sex
There's somebody
worker?
I know personally who's now doing 10 years for sex trafficking.
Oh no! Oh,
Ooh.
ooh.
It wasn't children or anything. He was just doing run of the mill pimping.
Run of the mill pimping.
You know,
That's
just-
too bad. Well, he got caught, and so that's why he's bad at it.
But you know what's funny? Like a lot of shit started clicking because like this guy like he was like he like made like so much money off like stocks and crypto,
Oh fuck!
but like his girl, like what I found out, like I literally just found this out like yesterday, so I'm talking about it because I'm a little drunk.
That's fine. They don't listen to this shit.
And see, this is what I mean by ADHD, like podcast. How did we get here?
Well, we're filling the time, man. We're filling the time.
Where are we even at on time?
We're at an
man?
hour and a half right now.
Oh
I mean,
shit!
I mean, we could.
Holy shit!
We're at an hour and a half.
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
Just flew right by, huh?
Dude, I thought maybe at best 40 minutes.
I mean, I usually do like an hour and change, usually about here, but both cameras are fully charged, and I just go until it gets like kind of low. But they would be making beeping sounds by now. Those fully charged cameras can go about like 2 hours, but then I wouldn't want to go over and have the cameras die.
Yeah,
And then the
absolutely.
rest of whatever's left over becomes audio.
Yeah.
Like I did that with Adrian's first episode where I didn't fucking charge the camera the whole way. And it was 45 minutes of video and audio, and then the camera dies. I'm like, ah, shit. Well, now I'm like trying to force myself to wrap it up and all that because I'm like, oh, now the rest of it's not gonna be like the quality that I want.
Well, if you got some
Yeah.
fervor in you, I'll tell you this story about my friend
I got
who's doing
juice.
10 years for
I got
sex.
juice. Let's go.
Basically, it blew my mind, but there were already, like, I don't know how I didn't see this before, right? Because he had, like, his, like, girl, like, his girl, like, his queen, so to speak, right?
The bottom bitch, as Butters from South Park would put it.
Was one of the sketchiest women I've ever seen. And not in personality, but just in aesthetic. Like
Okay.
it was like, bruh, like this bitch looked like she was into some shit. And I was always even confused because sometimes you don't want to like overstep boundaries. Like if a man is claiming a certain woman as his queen,
That's the word he used, queen.
no, but
I get your
there was
point,
his
yeah.
main thing, like, and it was like fucking Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Uh-huh.
I was like, bro, this bitch, like, cause this dude was like, he seemed like he had his shit together, but this bitch definitely seemed like she was in some shit, like and he'd be like, yo, this is my boo, like this is like the one,
And yet
and I'm sitting there looking like, I'm like, fam, like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge a nigga on who he loves.
Is this like meth vibes and shit like that, or like
Meth vibes, just a lot of just shoddy vibes. Just shoddy as a motherfucker.
How can
right?
you and like he loves her even through that?
Yeah,
That's a deal breaker.
No.
for me, straight
But
up.
here's
Like,
the thing. Here's the thing, though. So here's the thing. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Like, she just has super meth mouth and mad face tattoos, right?
Ooh, face tattoo.
And then one day she came in that motherfucker and her meth mouth was gone. She had a whole new set.
Oh, she had the money, probably that fucking shit money that whatever she got to pay for some
And
new teeth.
I'm like, ooh, without meth mouth, like, I'm like, ooh, take away the face tattoos. Low key, you are a 10. You know what I mean?
hey, it gives you
Like,
something
even with face tattoos, 8.5.
it gives you something to read.
Yeah.
You can read something. It gives you a target if she's into coming on faces or whatever.
But
know?
but it's just like, I just always felt shoddy about her. Right?
You just didn't see what he saw.
Yeah. I try not to judge because, I've been
yeah.
in love with some questionable women and niggas was always try to be like, oh, I'm like, no, but this is my queen though. Like, watch your fucking mouth.
Can't
like,
fight love, man. Can't
you
fight
know?
love.
But then when I found out, I was like, oh, nope, makes sense. Nope, that was the bottom bitch.
Oh,
she was, that was his jizz lane.
That was his just lane.
That was his jizz lane.
That was great value just lane.
Bro, that was his Dollar Tree jizz
This
lane.
Dollar Tree just lane. Oh my God, the fucking Walmart at 3 a.m.
Now, here's the
Just
thing.
lane.
I want to clarify this. Of course, I'm not dropping any names or anything.
Yeah, no names.
Like, but this was not no like child trafficking. This was sex trafficking, which
with
is
consenting adults that were doing illegal shit.
yeah. My nigga was a pimp, and he was doing a lot of pimp shit.
Wow.
He had a lot of fucking hoes.
Was that here in this state?
Yeah,
Was it
bro.
Ah, fuck. Oklahoma dirty. This place is dirty. I always thought like. I mean, I have family out here. Like, I always, like, other than OKC and like, what little I knew about Tulsa, the rest of it's just fucking nothing. Just flyover town. Like, there's some fuck shit that goes down here. When I was on my way to your place...
Are you kidding me?
Dude, my first impression of Del City was two white crackheads, scabs, open wounds, not from the fighting, but from just the scabs that they had already picked from doing meth or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
And they were
absolutely.
squaring up, and like people were honking at them. And I was driving by. I'm like, I see the shit, and I just instinctively like, let's go. Like,
You know what's funny? My roommate fucking has gotten fucking beat up multiple times by them niggas.
Oh no!
Because he doesn't have a car. He should be on stage.
This was not too far from where you from your pad. This was a Sonic that was
Bro,
like a
I'm not
stone's
gonna
throw
front.
from you.
I live in the hood.
Yeah, this is.
But I know I live in a dangerous part of town, but you know.
Like, when you go down to the residential neighborhood and there's no curb, that's the hood. No curb. And I was just like, I'm driving through the neighborhood with my cousin. I'm like, you fucking people live here? Like, there's no fucking
I remember
curb.
I used to do this joke where I go, on 4th of July, I don't know whether to duck or hold my hat to my heart.
Oh, my God. It's way more hood because I grew up in kind of like a Chateau ghetto, like kind of like suburb-ish kind of area.
Yeah.
But Del City's some fuck shit.
Yeah, Del City.
Del City's some fuck shit. Like, I don't want
Del City, Midwest City. Bro, honestly, bro, like,
I don't want to be out there past 10
so
o'clock.
many, even, bro, nigga, we're on Meridian right now. Meridian ain't sweet. Like,
And I imagine it's not, but I'm like right by the airport. So I'm like, this is fine. I live by a lake. I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah.
But just
the airport is cool. Nigga,
But it's just
because I used to work over here, and I just kind of started having like flashbacks as I was driving up, and I was like, "Oh, I remember this.
oh man.
I remember this era."
Brandon's first episode, I was picking him up from like some kind of like liquor store / like fucking hot chicken place or whatever, and the place just looked like worse than a gas station. It was just a little plot building like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like it's on the corner of the street, but everything beyond it is nothing. Nothing. And I'm like, this is a barren wasteland. Like,
And people are still getting robbed. Hoes are still getting fucked.
what is there to rob? There's nothing.
I guarantee you, fucking the governor of Oklahoma got some hoes from there. Actually, you know what? Jaking off show. This is perfect. Never mind.
Governor's got money.
I know some shit about the governor.
You know some shit about the governor. Oh no.
I know some shit.
You're gonna have some feds on my fucking.
You know what?
block.
That's how I'm gonna get booked more at OKC. I'm gonna blackmail fucking Governor Stitt for a spot.
Oh my god.
Nigga, I know about you.
Do a corporate gig with in his office or some shit. Yeah.
Hey, take some of that fucking money that you're using to fund the death of Julius Jones and give me $100,000.
Oh, I heard about that.
Give me $100,000 to do jokes
Oh god.
at your private event.
Hey, you know, I had a knock joke about cops, but they don't do that. You know, I said that at Brick.
Dude, I like that a lot. That tickled me.
I said that joke the day the verdict for the Breonna Taylor situation like happened. It was like the verdict for that, like they didn't arrest the cop or whatever the fuck, and that was like a no-knock entry. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the night that it happened. I'm just like, I want to tell this fucked up joke about the police. Yeah. And I remember like Tristan McGinnis walked up to me and was like, dude, holy shit, that joke fucking killed. And it like just leveled the place. And this was like my first month here. And I'm like, all right, I'm hot shit. All right. All fucking right. And then just everyone's dying. And then I go home later and I click on the news and go, Breonna Taylor this. And I go, oh, I wouldn't have said it otherwise.
No, but even without that knowledge, that's still a funny joke.
Yeah, it's funny, but like
because
I didn't have the knowledge.
That still actually happens even before Breonna Taylor.
Well, it happens every fucking day. You know, it got recorded that night.
Yeah, yeah.
This shit happens all the time. But like, had I
like you said to me earlier, that's the universe telling you to sleep in a U-Haul.
Well, had I had the knowledge, I wouldn't have said it because I'm conditioned to like self-censor myself. Because I'm a fucking LA comic, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
This place, I learned so much by just letting loose here.
Would it be criminal if I smoked a cigarette in here?
No, I don't mind. You're standing, I mean, shit. I mean, you're directly below the smoke detector. Yeah, let's let you have a cigarette and let's wrap this up.
No,
we'll
we can just wrap
outside.
it up. No, we can just wrap it up.
We can just wrap it up? Yeah, dude, it's been, you fucking, I have you on here and I want
I don't
you
know
on here sooner.
but here's the thing. I feel... What have we talked about? I think we just talked about Colorado, and then the rest was just ADHD shit.
ADHD shit, Colorado, the fucking love of the game, your homie, he's not your homie, like someone you know that did some time for some fuck shit.
He's
We covered the bases. This is the most controversial podcast I've ever had.
He's not my best friend, but he's a friend.
We've said faggot a lot. I purchased my one-time use N-word pass.
Actually, it's multiple uses.
It's multiple uses.
But it's only read the card to the audience.
N-word pass. Only valid in participating locations. Instagram at Jokes by John, Twitter at Jokes by John. You know that's going in the description. You better follow this man on social media if you like anything that you heard. Only valid in participate. But I want to be strategic in my placement of it. I don't want to just overuse it willy-nilly.
I mean, that's fair.
Like I think I could probably say it at a Cracker Barrel, maybe.
Well, you wouldn't even have to pull it out at a Cracker Barrel. You can just let it fly.
I blend right in, dude. But dude, I wanted to have you on a lot sooner, but I just didn't have the fucking wherewithal to do it. But I'm gonna be out of here in a couple of months, and I'm gonna go back to LA, and I'm gonna get as many people I can have on in OKC, and get you all on the fucking LA radar, dude. Because you're growing and you're going to eventually end up over there and people are going to get to know your shit. And how fucking
at least you
are
still podcasting. Because like
a lot of people quit.
We did an episode, and I'm sorry that didn't come out, but you know
that's okay.
Igloo Radio is not a thing anymore.
Well, that was very controversial too.
Remember, I started before we recorded. I wanted to talk about my next podcast venture.
Your next podcast venture,
Yeah.
is that in the works or?
Kind of. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I've decided. Okay, so I started podcasting in like what 2011.
Oh, it was
Like-
a baby then.
Yeah, I was one of those people ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But one of the things that always fucked me up about like podcasting is like we talked about me like I need a co-host, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every time I get a co-host, they're just unreliable. Like in 2011, I did like fucking like maybe like 10 episodes with this one dude, Noble Savage. Shout out to him. He's a rapper. White rapper too. I was,
I think I listened to that episode. Was that the one you had like?
I brought him back on Igloo Radio. Yeah.
That was the self-loathing white rapper. Yeah, I listened to that one. Yeah. That's the guy.
Me and him used to have a podcast back in 2011, bro, and he was like about to get married at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, I said 2011.
Yeah, you did.
No. That's like no. I'm tripping. It was like 2013 or 14.
13. That's still pretty, like, podcasting was still pretty much, like, in its
Yeah.
infancy. Like, not everybody, like, had one.
Yeah.
You know?
And, dude, we were, like, literally, our shit was only on SoundCloud, bro, and we were getting, like, hundreds of fucking, like each episode was getting, like, 200 a piece.
How long?
On Sound. Like, 10 episodes.
Like, no, I mean, like, how long were the episodes?
About an hour.
That's listenable, an hour and change. Like,
Yeah.
people only go, like, 3 hours or
But
1
again,
hour.
like in a culture where podcasting wasn't what it is today, that
Yeah.
was like numbers.
Yeah.
Like it was like
that's
people actually
numbers,
like
yeah.
fucking like
And for that amount of time, too.
just two rappers from Oklahoma City. I wasn't even doing comedy at that time.
Oh, shit.
Like so it was like I was just still just doing the music stuff.
Yeah, well, the benefit that you have without a co-host or like just having like or guests or whatever, like it's 100% in your control. And then when you share the control and it doesn't like get the results that you want, like co-host being flaky or whatever, like it.
Well,
it
that's
kinda
the only
falls-
problem.
Yeah.
It's like on air. I mean, on air together with any person that I've chosen to co-host, whether it be him, whether it be Gary, whether it be Adrian. The on-air chemistry is always there, but it's always like the shit outside of it. Oh, I can't make it because of this. Like people start flaking and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. And literally, he was about to get married. So then like his wife was like, all right, like what do you mean? You're going to John's house to record a what?
Right.
On Tuesday.
At that time too, yeah. Like,
And I
nobody
can't
really
tell a
took it.
nigga to say fuck his wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right. That makes sense. Well, I mean, you could always do it again. I mean, it ain't going anywhere. It was only 10 episodes, but like this is number 93.
Yeah.
And half of them have just been me like talking fucking shit, But
Yeah.
it's 100% in my control. Like I know you want a co-host, but it's like being in a band. It's something that you both equally have to be like passionate about.
Yeah.
Like doing like. It's not like a fucking 60-40 thing, You got to like.
And
commit
Igloo
to it.
Radio was doing pretty well but Gary and
that shit
Adrian
ha-
don't
yeah.
like each other.
Yeah, that's
and that's
unfortunate.
the thing.
That's
like literally our
unfortunate, yeah.
chemistry on air phenomenal, but them as people, bro, they don't fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like they both like literally hate each other.
Yeah, that's
that
really,
boiled over
and
to
I wish it could have been like squashed.
Me
I
too.
really wish. I don't know the context of it or whatever, but we don't really have to get into that too much. But I just wish it was squashed. That we can all just get along. But that's not. That's not in
my
my
new
control.
podcast venture that I want to do. Honestly, and here's the thing. Shout out to Amanda Carey.
Tight. She's funny too.
Because I talked to Amanda Carey about this because me and Amanda Carey are both like big Star Trek fans. Like she's a bigger Trekkie than I am. I'm a new Trekkie. Like I grew up on Star Trek, but
like which one? Like OG?
I grew up on Next Generation
Yeah,
and
me too,
and Deep Space Nine, right? But at the time when I was watching that stuff as a kid, to me, like I was just a kid, and I was just like, I like sci-fi stuff, so I'm just like, oh, like I didn't really
lasers,
understand it. I started rewatching that shit as an adult, and like literally, like Star Trek, I get it now. I get why like there's like this big wild cult and like about it because it's like it's literally it's so layered. Gene Roddenberry is a fucking genius. Like it's just so layered. I don't even know. Fuck that. So I pitched this idea to Amanda Carey of like, we should do like a Star Trek podcast. Like me and you. Like, the black guy, the trans woman, both comics,
Perfect fucking
both
combo.
Trekkies.
Oh my god, that's the perfect
talking
combo.
about Star Trek in detail, but still being comedians at the same time.
That is the yin yang cultural comedy combo, dude.
Yeah.
That's I hope you do it. Do it. It's fucking
Here's the thing,
perfect.
though. I am not. I don't think I'm going to be in Oklahoma long enough to where
For it to take
that's
off.
going to be substantial.
Do it
but
anyway. Just to say you did it.
Regardless, though, I know next time you see Jon McMillan doing a podcast, it's going to be a Star Trek podcast.
Hell yeah.
Now, I am still going to be. I mean, it is going to be comedy based because I'm not really comedy based, but I'm going to be myself on it.
Well, you both know so much about the subject that you'll just be able to riff on it, and you'll both get the punchline.
Yeah,
you'll both get it, and everyone listening.
And it's fun
shit
because it's like,
too.
bro, I'm like, dude, I don't care, bro. I'm a nerd. I love that nerdy shit.
Mm-hmm. I fucking love that nerdy shit too. I love it, but it's just not enough for me to like dress up and go to the cons.
Oh, I want to go to a con so bad. I'm not gonna. No, I want to.
You want to?
That's a bucket list. Fucking dream.
Oh,
that's literally on a bucket list. I'm going to a con. I'll go to fucking BlizzCon for World of Warcraft. I'll go to fucking Star Trek Con. Or
if you're in LA in the summer, my brother runs the Anime Expo, and he knows some folks that run like the other like nerd cons that are like at the convention center. When that fucking comes back, I don't know. But hey, there's like plenty of nerd shit that my brother works in LA, and if it comes up, dude, I'm calling you up.
Bro, please do. I love nerd shit. Nerd shit is. I actually did HorrorCon here in Oklahoma City. I hosted and did a stand-up show, and we had a couple guys from Austin and stuff, and it was a dope show, dude.
Oh, dude.
And the dude who put me on that show, shout out to Rad Cheesemo, man. Rad Cheesemo, he's a motherfucking. He's like a local dude. He writes his own comics, like gets them illustrated. He has a team, right? And it's like this whole universe built around this story he like created. Also, he's like huge into like the wrestling world.
Oh, tight.
Like even like the local wrestling world.
Oh my
so
God.
he like facilitates all these crazy wrestling events. Mm-hmm. And that's how the HorrorCon thing started, because I had him on Igloo Radio, met him through Lenny. We just name dropping at the end.
I know.
Lenny Van Horn.
Mr. Van Horn.
Introduced me to him.
He's a nerd too, right?
Lenny?
Lenny, yeah, he's like on the he's on the geeky side a little bit. I've seen his posters. It's all like 80s retro shit. I'm like, yeah, nerd. Like,
that's because people make them for him.
Yeah.
But no, he introduced me to Rad, bro. And Rad, he throws a good event. Mm-hmm. Like, I truly, I have to talk about, it's a solid event. I remember he booked me, Lenny and Julie and even my ex, for this HorrorCon event. Because at Remington Park, they had HorrorCon, where all these fucking nerds dress up as horror movie niggas.
Yeah.
And shit. And horror movie niggers.
I've never heard it said that way before.
Yeah, dude. I saw all these people dress up like Freddy Krueger. Not one person dressed like a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Let's talk about fear.
Oh God, I've never heard it that way before. That's so funny. Horror movie niggas.
So he'll do these events where it'll be a layered event. It'll be an event where it's there's a lot of nerd shit going on, but then it's also a wrestling event. Mm-hmm. But for the after parties of these event, he'll book comedians, and
that's cool.
He'll have a comic show. So basically, you'll be doing comedy in front of this is the demographic. It's all diehard wrestling fans and diehard nerds.
Do you gear the humor to that subject?
I mean, I don't personally. I might riff a little bit off of that, but I'm just gonna do my regular act. Right. Yeah. But
that's good.
I mean, but honestly, if I'm being honest, these are my people anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't have to try hard. I grew up a diehard wrestling fan. I kind of fell off on the wrestling. I watch WrestleManias every year, just because it's just kind of tradition. But I don't really watch Gary was mad at me when we were in Denver. Back to the Denver story. I was watching AEW, and Gary was like, "Bro, why?" He's like, "You're really into this right now." I'm like, "It's because I don't really watch wrestling anymore unless it's just straight up WrestleMania." And I understand that WWE is kind of trash now. AEW is kind of the new shit. and I've never seen I've never just watched AEW other than like a YouTube video or a
Like
clip
Clippers,
somebody.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, we're in a Motel 6.
Yeah.
You know, like
What could possibly go
AEW's
wrong?
on TV. Let's go.
The silver lining in that whole fuck shit. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
And so I'm like, yeah. So I love doing shows with Rad. I love that he even like this is the second time he's booked me for an event. The first time it went great, and I'm honored. Like he's got me at a fucking Tulsa VFW this month. Oh yeah, date promotions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Date promotions.
Yeah, let's end
Like,
on that shit. Date
but-
promotions. What do
But
you got?
like, yeah, dude, like, no, Rad Cheesemo, you gotta check him out. He's a fucking like.
You're gonna do.
Dope dude.
This is gonna be out by, if not by tomorrow, then definitely by Sunday.
Oh my
This'll
God!
be-
I just got a
this'll be
text
out.
from one of my rapper homies in Texas that said, "You should get on the Kill Tony show." I'm like, bitch, I already did in
You already did it once.
2017.
Oh my God! What are the dates? You're playing somewhere at the 7th, the 8th.
Let me
or-
pull these bitches up.
Yeah, there's a to be determined show on the 20th.
Okay, the reason why that's to be announced.
Like it's not solid yet, but or it is, but we don't know the venue or
No,
something.
there's
like,
two things going on, and I see one of them. I shouldn't say on air
Okay,
because,
all right, fair.
but I will say it. But I'll say it vaguely. It's a comedian's birthday that their girlfriend hit me up and said we're doing a surprise show, and it's a surprise.
Got it.
So like it's not supposed to be promoted like that, but there is supposed to be a show. But
see.
but also that same night, Noble Savage is releasing an EP, and he's having it at 89th Street Collective his
right.
release party, and he wanted me to host it, and I'm like, well, between this surprise comedy show and the host thing, like I'm not even sure if I'll be able to do Savage's shit. But I'm gonna try. I think I might be able to swing like both in one night.
If you could just like find a way to like maybe go up first and then dip or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Go up
Like I'm
first,
gonna
then
try.
go
I
there,
think it's about 50-50 like feasible that I could do both in one night. So that's why I just put TBA because I don't want to announce dates that like
I see.
because the night of I may either just go to Savage's shit or just
Okay.
go to the comic shit.
All right.
Or just try like I'm gonna play it out that
But
day.
you're booking, man. You're booking.
But-
what do you got? Where you at?
This Tuesday, November 19th, I'm at Margarita Island, which
Margarita
is some
Island.
bar. Never been there before. Dive bars, you know, you can only say faggot and nigger and Jew at dive bars.
Dive bars. Oh my god.
November 14th, that's the Rad Cheesemo show at a Tulsa VFW.
Tulsa, turn
That's
up.
gonna be cool.
Turn up, Tulsa.
11/21, November 21st, I'm at Zuma, which is a
That's
bar
JJ's thing,
here in the
right?
city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right off class, and it's dope. 11/22, day after, I'm at Rodeo Cinema, downtown Bricktown. It's Cameron's show. Shout out to Cameron Buchholz, aka Fisty Shore.
Fisty Shore. Oh my god.
And then
I don't even want to know what that means. I don't know the.
I've been drinking. And then 11/28, I'm doing a brunch show at the Hilo, which is a popular bar in the city.
Hell yeah! Is that after Thanksgiving?
The
The 28th?
No, wait, what?
Well, it's on a Thursday. I mean, I just don't know. What
I think
fucking-
this is the 20. I don't, dude. I'm drunk.
The
Right
28th is on a Sunday.
Yeah,
So
because I figured.
Thanksgiving's on the 25th. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so that's after Thanksgiving.
Brunch show after Thanksgiving. Everybody's fat. It's the end of the month. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It'll fucking work. Well, dude, it was fucking.
Oh
excellent.
no! By the way, I'm gonna text you this because I do want to promote this.
Okay.
I've released a song, like a month ago, maybe a little over that,
Is this
called
is this
Red Winter.
Is this Teflo Dollar shit?
Yeah, TefloDollar.bandcamp. Support the song.
Support the song.
Support the song.
It's down
I'll
there.
text you the link.
It's down there in the link. He's gonna send it to me. I'm gonna edit that shit in. We're gonna make it happen. But yeah, dude, it was fucking excellent having you on here.
I
Thank
love you, Jake. You're one of my
love you too,
favorite
man.
fucking comics. I'm mad that you're moving to LA.
Hey, it was
Honestly,
gonna
if
happen.
LA wasn't gay right now, bro, I would be like, bro,
Yeah.
let's move together.
Well, you know, it was part of.
I'll
the
be
plan.
your roommate. Fuck your unemployed brother. Get a job.
Oh my god.
You World of Warcraft playing cuck.
He knows.
Wait, I'm like yelling at you.
He doesn't-
Camera, you World of Warcraft. I love World of Warcraft too, but goddamn, hold down a goddamn job, you white piece of shit.
Oh my god. I know he ain't listening to that portion. He ain't invested that deep. I love you, bro. If you did, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
I bet you play for the Alliance.
No, he's Horde.
Oh, he's a real
Horde.
nigga.
He's
a real
Horde.
nigga. He deserves to be unemployed.
Oh, and thank you for the N-word pass, Mr. Jon McMillan. And that's been the Jaking Off Show. Love you. $10 in his pocket.
Big money.
Okay, thanks. Bye, everybody.